Hi everyone, Guillaume here. I'm co-founder of Inspirient, and I want to show you how you can use GenAI for Quant analytics. So, what is the problem that we're solving? Well, if you've ever tried to analyze a quantitative data set, whether that be in Excel or SPSS, you'll know that that's quite a big pain to do manually. You might have to clean up the respondents in your data set, you might have to recode variables, you have to decide which to cross with which, and then generate all of those pivots, and then actually generate all of your deliverables, all of your PowerPoint slides and charts, and annotate them. And that can take anything from days to weeks, depending on the size of your data set. So our platform is there to help you. It can take that raw survey data, respondent level data, and get to those insights within minutes. So I want to show you, so let's have a look. So the first thing we're going to want to do is log in. Everybody will get their own account where they can analyze their data securely. I am going to upload an Excel file. I'm going to upload the Great American Coffee Taste Test. So let's start the analysis. And the first thing that the platform is going to do, it's going to try and identify all the tables in your data. It's going to try and understand what's in every column. And then it's going to propose to us an analysis configuration. So the next window that we're going to see is that suggestion, and we're going to have to look through it. And if it's fine, we could just start the analysis, but if we want to tweak it, we can certainly do that. So we can see here that we've imported 4,042 rows along 106 dimensions, which makes perfect sense. And we have one banner group proposed, age brackets and gender. So this is nice, that makes total sense. And we have 11 stub variables, or the dependent variables that we're going to analyze across the banners. And looking at those, they all make sense. So I'm pretty happy with that. I would start the analysis. But just for completeness, let me show you how you might want to tweak the configuration. So for example, if we want to take away, I would take away age, but then I have to add it again. So we could use that as a banner variable. We can set the position, next available position, and we can set it in the group. I don't want that in the banner, so I'm going to remove it. And essentially we can do that for all the configuration if we want to, down to even very specific stuff like what's the minimum number of samples before we do stat testing and so forth. So I'm happy with the configuration, so I am just going to begin the analysis. So the analysis finished in 1.5 minutes. And we can see that on the results page, we have these different sections. So the first section is an analysis overview describing what was analyzed. The second section is the cross-tabulations. Then we have a quality assessment of the survey. And then we have some other generated output. We could have a look at the quality assessment. We're doing straight liner analysis, speedo analysis, all the typical checks that you would do on respondent level data. More interesting are the analytical results. So for example, we have some cross tabulations here. Let's just look at this one. We can see that we have tabulated the question, what is your favorite coffee drink? Across the banner that we configured earlier, or that was suggested to us, age and gender. We have the stat testing with highlighting, and we can see what the significant differences are. But we don't want to be looking through every slide and seeing what the key findings are. Instead, what we want to do is make use of a large language model and interrogate using a natural language chat. So what we have done is we've plugged a large language model on top of the findings. We have some suggested prompts. You can type in your own. I'm just going to click this one. What is this analysis about? Give me a high-level summary of the data sets and topics covered. And so essentially that large language model will go and retrieve the Inspirient calculated results and try and answer your question using those results. And you can see that there are some numbers being presented. The numbers are the Inspirient calculated numbers, so there's no hallucination, and we can verify that because every fact that is presented is also with a link to the Inspirient results. So that 71.6 that was presented to us is actually the calculated number. And yeah, you can prompt it in different ways. One prompt that I always like to do is to list the most relevant findings and group them by any major topics. And there we get usually some nice key insights. And we can continue to interrogate the results in that fashion and then download the document and share it with our colleagues if we like. Right, so we saw the demo of how we get from raw survey data to insights within minutes. Just as a recap, what did we do? We uploaded the data. It took, I think in this case, less than 30 seconds to get to that guidance step. And then once we were happy with that, we started the analysis, and then that took another 1.5 minutes to get to the results. And from there, we were able to interrogate the results, search through the different slides, and download all of the documents that we needed so that we can share with our colleagues or client. And just to show how this platform is helping some of our other clients, for Diana at De Beers, it's helping her with improved data quality. Remember, we're doing all those quality checks and looking for anomalies and different things like that. For Gera at HotSpecs, it's helping his team's researchers find deeper insights in a faster, more efficient way for their clients. And for Tracy at Borza, it's helping her find things that she maybe wouldn't have looked at if she had had to do it manually. And so some anticipated questions. Yes, we do support custom theming. We do support custom reporting. We can implement other use cases, and we do support advanced analyses like multivariate regression analysis. So if you want to try it out, join us at survey-analytics.ai. Take a photo of the QR code, and that will take you to the join page. Thanks for listening.